Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his real estate entrepreneur, Omar Alfaro. How you doing, buddy?
Good. What's up, everybody? What's up, Michael?
Hey,
Happy
do me a favor.
Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Do me a favor. Remind people what market you're in, and something we're going to be doing probably for the next year or so is just checking in every week. What's going on? So, what market you're in, and what's been going on the last week?
Southern California, we are in the high desert region, which is Apple Valley, Victorville, Hesperia, Oak Hills, Adelanto, Lucerne, Barstow, pretty much anywhere on that 15 corridor. And our market is, we lost some inventory and it's steadily going down. We're at 1580 as of 2 days ago. So, we hit that 1700 mark the 25th of September, 1705 to be exact. And then we dropped down to 1580 in a matter of 2 weeks. So
yeah, this is really interesting because, again, the beauty about this channel is you can go back and look at your playlist, which is just simply Omar. And we had a very different conversation. Kind of the weeks heading up to that September, we're like, oh my God, are we going to hit 2000? Right? Because it was just a race to the top. And then we started peeling back and we're like, wish pricing, who needs to move, who doesn't need to move,
right.
and then inventory rolled over. So not only did we not see 1800 or 2000, which I think both you and I were like, oh my God, if it gets there, we're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Now inventory is rolled over. Cancellations are up, meaning listing cancellations. Expireds are going to probably be increasing because a normal contract is 90 days. So do you think inventory kind of slowly goes down as we head through the winter? Because isn't winter usually slow for the high desert, or maybe
in
not?
general? Yeah. I mean, well, the last two winters, nobody had a winter. So
Yeah,
a normal market, yes. We'll lose 10, 15. Nah, I'd say 10% maybe, just because of, and that's kind of high. 10% is high. 30 grand. I mean, a $300,000 house. But if it's depressed, yeah, we saw things completely slow down and everybody give up closing costs. This is that difference. Closing costs with the reduction of price plus some repair credit and everything else. That is your 10%, your 8 to 10%. But as far as reducing right now, there is over 100 price reductions in a week.
Okay.
Pendings went down from 70, 80 pendings in a week to 60. Solds went completely down. 40 transactions less, which is, actually more than that. 111 last week, 66 this week from the 3rd through the 9th.
Oh, that's 54. That's 55, right? It's 45. 45.
45. So 45 less sold. So if this trajectory, this is what's crazy. 9.5 to 9.11 was 63 sold. Then it was $1.15. Then it was 114, 111, boom, dropped to 66 after the interest rate.
Yeah. So this is wild. And this is kind of, it'll be interesting to see what's going on around the country, because again, think about what you just said. Solds crashed to 66. They went down like 45%, maybe 40%. And inventory went down. That's wild. So closed went down, which meant inventory, but still listing. That just means there's more cancellations and less new listings coming. So the market is heading for kind of a nuclear winter. So it's going to be like no transactions.
Look at this. No trend. I mean, I feel, I don't want to say that that's really going to happen, Michael, but at the same time, I'm looking at new listings. Like total listings is one thing, right? Yeah. Saturated ones, old ones, new ones, etc.
Which pricing?
New listings, yes. New listings went from 128, 134, 135 in a week, 132, and then dropped under 110. So this last week was only 110 new listings.
Yeah. So what it really feels like to me, and again, this is why I love having you every week, because we can just react on a weekly basis. It really feels like to me a lot of people who wanted to sell missed the boat. So they're taking their listings off because they're just stay put. But I think what's going to happen, Omar, is you're going to find some people just need to sell.
Which is great.
Yeah, which is great for you as a buyer, right?
Right.
But this is really weird. And this is really cool because we're going to have an event on the 12th, what you're speaking at, another event on the 19th with Pace. I want to talk about these need to sell folks because I think they're going to boil down into two buckets, and they're very important buckets. One is a bucket of equity, right? If you have equity, if you bought more than 2 years ago and you're up 40%, you take a 10 or 15% haircut, you still walk away with a check. And you need to sell for whatever reason, health, divorce, job, I don't care, whatever it is. You probably take a haircut and you're like, get me out, get me my check.
Yep.
But here's the problem. Just in the last 3 weeks, I've had 3 different interactions with people that need to sell for the exact same reason, but don't have equity.
That's perfect.
This is why sub 2 and these other, or like it one's a VA loan. Novation, one's a VA loan, which is assumable. I think there's going to be a lot of people that need to sell that don't have equity. And that's why experienced investors who've been through this before, this is some of the stuff we're going to talk about on the 12th. It will be talked about again on the 19th. But just talk about doing the right thing, having conversations. There is going to be lots of pain. If you have equity, you'll take a haircut. If you don't, you still need help. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, you're still going to need the help regardless. I mean, you just said it yourself. People want to sell their asset, and just because you don't have that equity, you can still transfer your title and remove yourself from title, obviously. But this is where we're going to becoming more creative when it comes to sub 2. And I don't know how this is going to play out the next 12 months. It's not going to be no 6-month turn. This is a 12 to 18 month window of maybe even 24 months of like just a weird type of transition from the last increase to like stabilization to even dropping, because if this interest rate hits 8, which it will, I think before the end of the year, and then Q1 of next year, what if it goes back up, Michael, and it goes up to 9? What the hell is up with that?
Yeah. Again, the housing market is going to be, lots of pain. Transactions are going to go down 50%. And there's still people that need help. And that's who I want to focus on, right? The people that need help, that need out. Creativity is going to win. That's why we're doing the event on the 12th. That's why there's a follow-up event on the 19th with Pace Morby and Jamil, both in Fresno, California, which I'm happy to be a part of. And we're going to talk about a lot of that in episode number 2. So let's leave that for that. So the market update is basically things are slowing down. Inventory is falling. Transactions are falling. Winter is here. If you need to sell, price it right. Omar, where can people find you?
Guys, follow me at Invest with Omar. There is 2 accounts, Invest with Omar and the Omar Alfaro. Those are the 2. But just pick one. I'd suggest you pick the one that says Invest with Omar. That's the most current one.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, man.